Review and installation of the Holosun HE509T X2 multi-reticle red dot. Coming in at $430. This is a nitrogen purge closed emitter pistol optic. Comes with the optic and RMR adapter plate, installation and zeroing tool, 2 screws, lens cloth, warranty card, manual, and a nice plastic box. One of the things that is most interesting about this is that the housing is grade 5 titanium, which most of your other optics are made from aluminum. 3 reticle options with a 2 MOA dot, 32 MOA circle, or a circle dot combination for both. The solar failsafe with a silicone top has 3 different modes: auto, manual, and lockout. In auto, it uses a combination of the solar and the battery. If the solar is not receiving enough light, the battery will kick in to get you to the desired brightness setting that you're on. It has the shake awake feature, which can extend your battery life, which you can also change the sleep mode setting to turn it off if you don't want it, or you can change it between minutes and hours depending on when you want the optic to shut off. Takes CR1632 batteries, lithium for the most performance, has a IP67 water submersion rating, weighs 1.72 ounces, and has a seal down here at the bottom for the electronics. Window size of 0.66 inches in height and 0.9 inches in width. For a closed emitter, it does have a big window, which I really like. The seal around the window is complete and looks good. This is supposed to be one of the most durable closed emitters. I'm excited to test it out, especially with the titanium housing. I swapped this out with my Acro P2, so I'm going to be using it for a while and testing it. This RMR adapter plate that is included is made with quality. It feels very strong. The closed emitter means that there's 2 panes of glass concealing the emitter inside, so it's going to protect from the elements like water, dust, mud, things of that sort. With a high quality battery like the Energizer lithiums, you can get 20,000 hours for the circle dot and 50,000 hours for the 2 MOA single dot. Shows you how to install it with a positive facing down. One thing I do like about the battering tray is the screw and washer have kind of a ratcheting system, so you can feel it clicking until it stops, which lets you know that you're good on the tightness. Installation instructions, and then your common site operation. The only thing that'll be different is the operation modes depending what you're in. The manual is to stay on a specific brightness setting, but having the ability to change it if you want. Then the lockout mode will keep you on a specific brightness setting. If you happen to bump the brightness settings, it won't change it. Then we have your sleep time setting, which allows you to change the shake awake feature. You can keep it on for 10 minutes, 1 hour, 12 hours, or you can disable the sleep mode. Me personally, I'm going to keep it on 10 minutes. I do like the feature to conserve battery. And the site will remember the last saved brightness setting, which I think is important as well. The site has been factory adjusted to have an approximate 25-yard zero, which is my preferred zeroing distance anyways. To turn it on, press any button. The crisp 2 MOA dot only. This is mainly what I'm going to be using. It looks good in this size of window. You can push the corners. It has a nice big window for you to find the target. Hold the minus for 3 seconds to change the reticle. Here is the 32 MOA circle. Hold for 3 seconds again to change the circle dot. This is the circle dot combination. You can see the clear spaces in the circle around the dot. For the brightness settings, we have 10 daytime and 2 night vision. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up all the way. This is maxed out, and it does have a good brightness level to be able to use out in your daytime. Then for installation, I'll hold the plus and minus both to turn the optic off. For the installation, you're going to need an adapter plate, some thread locker if your screws don't already have thread locker on them, which all 3 screws do, and then a screwdriver if you don't have a Torx screwdriver, and a T10 Torx bit. Place the adapter plate on the slide. There's minimal movement in the adapter plate, which is good. I'm going to add a small drop of thread locker just to be safe. Place the screws in the adapter plate holes. Holosun recommends this to be torqued to 15 inch-pounds. Gonna get both of these threaded in most of the way. Once they're started down pretty well, I'm gonna go back and forth on each screw, tightening them down so there's equal tension on both screws. There's 1, 2, then I'm going to double check with 2 more. I'm just going to wipe that down a little bit of the excess Loctite. Then I'm going to unthread the clamping screw. Do not loosen screws with a torque driver. It can mess up the calibration. Add a small drop of thread locker to the clamping screw. And I'm going to slightly thread it back in so I still have room to move the clamp. I'll then pull it out all the way so I can hook it on to my adapter plate. Now, when I'm tightening this down, I want to push it towards my clamp so my clamp is not the one moving the optic. I'm also going to push it forward and down and get this started so it snugs it up a little. Then I'll torque the clamping screw to 20 inch-pounds. There's one. There's two. It looks good and has a pretty low deck height on the slide. The adapter plate blends pretty well into the slide. Looks good on the left and right. It's not lifting up on the slide at all. Here it looks on my Glock 17 Gen 5. My iron sights that I had on do co-witness in the 1/5 range. These are the GL429. This is the right side. Here's the front and here's the top. Holosun did send this out to me to review, but I am going to be honest about it regardless. A lot of closed emitters out there fail, whether it's the seal, the glass breaking, or something wrong with the housing itself. But with this being grade 5 titanium, it gives me a lot more confidence in this optic succeeding and being reliable. So I'm going to be using it for a while, testing it and putting a lot of rounds through it, since I swapped it out for my Acro P2 because of the numerous complaints I heard about that failing with the seal and the glass breaking. I think it's a top competitor in the options out there, and especially for the price point. Also at the front, the glass is recessed all around, more at the top, but that is important with the closed emitter. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help support the channel. Thank you for watching.